What's up guys, my name is Tom, welcome back to another video, and today is the release day of my first F1 2020 My Team mod that is called the Monster-AMG Motorsport. Thank to all of you guys for the support gave in the video where I present to you the mod, and today I'm going to teach you how to install it. To make the manual installation there is also an option for the drag and drop installation, but I highly recommend to be the manual one because probably if there comes another update for the game, the drag and drop installation is more likely to not be working. I'm going to teach you also how to create your own custom number, and this video in a way is a tutorial of how to install skins and mods on F1 2020. So if you could already leave a like, a subscribe, and if you see plenty more of this content, I would be very thankful. These mods take a lot of time to create them, and sharing this video would be very helpful. It might not be a big thing for you, but it would mean a lot to me. But without further ado, let's go to the tutorial of how to install the Monster-AMG Motorsport mod. First things first, you have to download a program that is used to install mods on the F1 games that is called the Ego ERP Archiver. All the links that I'm going to use here are going to be in the description below, but here we are on the website of the Ego ERP Archiver. You're going to have here something saying download now. You're going to click on that and it's going to appear this window where it's going to ask if you want to donate, because it's thanks to these guys that we have the mods that we have. So I highly recommend to you know, donate a little penny to the guys that created this, or the guy, I don't know if it was one or two or more people, but if you don't have any money, which I think is quite understandable, you just click on no, just take me to the downloads. You're going to click on that and you're going to have several versions, and you're going to click in the last one, that is the version 7.1.0. You're going to click on download and it's going to start to download. As you can see, you're going to click on that and it's going to open this folder. You're going to extract the Ego ERP Archiver folder to your desktop or to anywhere that you want, and you're going to open that folder. You're going to now start the Ego ERP Archiver program with this application. So you just double click that and you're going to open. Let's put on full screen so to you guys to see better what I'm going to do. Before opening the ERP files on the F1 2020 folder, what you want to do is going on settings and game directory and set directory. Mine is already set because I'm already set to install all the mods that I use, but you're going to set director and you're going to the F1 2020 folder that is on your Steam folder. So you're going to click on select folder and your folder is already selected. This is really important because it's going to make the installation of the mods much easier, and trust me, you're going to see later on in this video or short after what I'm talking about during this video why this set directory is really important. So now you're going to download the folder that is on the race department, which is the mod folder. You're going to open and you're going to have two folders and the file. The two folders are for the installation, the drag and drop one and the manual one, and then the custom num, that is the file from Photoshop. I'm going to talk about further on in this video. So what you want to do is click on the manual installation and you're going to extract that to your desktop, and you're going to open the manual installation folder, and you have a four folders, apologies, and the file. You have the car, the clothes, the garage monitor, the helmet, and the team badge. So let's start with the car. So what you want to do is click on file, open, and you go to the F1 2020 folder. You're going to click on asset groups, F1 2020 vehicle package, teams, FOM car, and you're going to click on this file. This is the file that has all the textures in the game. In this case, for the FOM car, which is the multiplayer car and My Team career mode car. You're going to open it and you're going to the texture tab. You're going to have every single texture that is appear on the FOM car in game footage. You have the textures, the numbers, the textures of the steering wheel, etc, etc, and etc. So let's start with the numbers to make things simple. The numbers that are already in the original file are the 1, the 13, and the 72. Let's start with the number 1. So we're going to click on textures, import, and then you're going to click on the desktop, going to the manual installation, the folder car, and you're going to click on the 1. You're going to click on open, and it's going to appear already automatically the MIP maps folder, and this is why it's really important to set the game directory, just to automatically appear the folder that you want to replace the files, because if you didn't set the directory folder you had to search, and that would take a lot of time and it would be a little bit hard and things could go wrong and the game could crash, which is a thing that I already suffered a lot in my first days of F1 modding. But once you get the hang of this, it's going to be super easy. So you're going to click on save and you're going to replace the folder. Next thing is going to be the number 13, which is going to be the same thing. So we have already the number 72 already installed. Now it's time for the big business with it, which is installing the car livery. So what you want to do is click on the search tab and write RaceNet, and it's going to appear the livery of the RaceNet livery, the RaceNet car. So we're going to use two of these files, which is the livery RaceNet D and the RaceNet S file. The D is of the skin itself, and the S determines, you know, the mattes and the gloss of the livery. So first we're going to with the D1, we're going to click on textures, import, we're going to the car folder, and we're going to click on the livery one, open, replace, and that is pretty much done and dusted. This might crash a little bit and saying that the program is not responding, but don't worry, because these files can be very heavy, and you know, it's normal that crash, so don't worry about that. And we're going to do the same thing for the livery RaceNet S, and we're going to click on the livery S file and then replace, and that is pretty much done and dusted when it comes to these ERP files. So now what you're going to do is click on save, and you're going to place, and that is the livery already installed, but it's not overdone yet. I don't know what I said overdone, that doesn't exist, just proves how good my English is. Now this is a very important stage of the installation of the livery if you want this to work on your, you know, on your My Team save. So we have a full folders in the teams of the F1 vehicle package, which is the My Team Ferrari, Honda, Mercedes and Renault. These are the engines that you choose when you're creating your My Team. Let's suppose that you want to do the Ferrari engine, which it doesn't make any sense because it has AMG in the name, so we're going to install on the Mercedes. If you want to do this working on the Ferrari engine, you have to do this for the My Team Ferrari. We're going to do for the Mercedes, which is the one that makes much sense. We're going to click on My Team Mercedes, and you have to do all over again like you did on the FOM ERP file. So now the livery is installed in the My Team Mercedes, which means if you click on the Mercedes, this livery will appear. However, if you click in the other engines when you're choosing your power unit, it's not going to appear. So we're going to click on save and replace, and the car livery is already installed. So now let's go to the clothes. When I'm talking about the clothes, it's about the gloves, the boots, the helmet, etc, etc, the team suit, your race suit. So we're going to inside of the 2020 asset groups, you're going to click on character package, team livery, and we're going to use two folders here. We're going to start with the RaceNet folder, and you're going to see that we have two files, the racenet01.erp and the race01_gloves. We're going to have to do this process in these two files. So we're going to click on the first one, and as you can see, we have all the textures of the clothes available in the game. So let's start with the boots. As you can see, these are the RaceNet boots. We're going to click on textures, and now I'm going to click on the folder and going to click on boots, and then is replace, and that is the boots installed in the game. So we're going to do the same thing for the cap. Bear in mind that the RaceNet cap has a S file as well. Some of the files we don't need the S file, some we're going to need, and then the gloves we're going to install in the other folder, where it's going to be the FOM folder, but I'm going to talk about further on in this video. So we're not going to do anything with the gloves in the RaceNet files. As well, for the helmets, we're going to do now for the race suit, which calls RaceNet01_livery D. Click on textures, import clothes, and we're going to click on race suit, save, yes, and that is your race suit in the screen anytime soon. This is quite a heavy file, and now this is really important if you want your race suit to look good, which you're going to click on the RaceNet01 logo, and you're going to click on textures. I click accidentally on export, don't do that. And we're going to click on suit logo and going to click on save. This is really important because if you don't do that, the RaceNet logo is going to appear in the screen, which in the suit I should say, and it's going to look bad, and that doesn't make any sense. So it's going to appear like a blank texture, which means it's not going to appear in the game. So everything is done and dusted here. So you're going to click save and replace. And now we're going to open the RaceNet01_gloves file, and you're going to do basically the same what you did in the previous file. So now it's done. You're going to do basically the same. As you can see, it's basically the same when you're installing this mod, so it's just a question of practice like everything in life. So team livery, now we're going to the FOM folder. You're going to click on the FOM 0001. This is the liveries for the 70th anniversary DLC, and now you're going to see that we have 3 files, and we're going to have to do this process for the 3 files. It takes a little bit of time, I know, but this is the only way to make the mods work. So we're going to click on the first one, and what we're going to do is just install the helmet and the gloves. So first we're going to the glove, and as you can see there is the texture of the glove of the 70th anniversary DLC. We click on import and click on gloves and replace, and there is the gloves installed into the game. Beautiful, as you can see. We're going to do the same thing for the logo, clothes and glove logo, replace, and that is done. Now we're going to skip to the helmet. You're going to click on FO. We're going to have 6 files for the helmet. We're going to have the main files and the SFC files. The SFC files are those files to determine the gloss and the mats, like I was talking about in the FOM, you know, when I was in the FOM file. So we're going to click on the helmet T, textures, import, and now we're going to the helmet folder of the manual installation. We're going to click on the helmet one, replace, and this should take a little bit of time because the helmet, I think, is the heaviest, you know, file of this process. So it's not going to respond, but there he is. The helmet is already here. We're now going with the below one, which is the helmet S, and this makes part of the SFC files. So manual installation, helmet, going to click on SFC, the first one, replace, and there he is. You have your SFC files. Going to do the same for the helmet wing, helmet, and wing. There is a little bit of a hesitation, so apologies for that. You're going to do for the SFC files. These files are a little bit important because you're going to see some shades which you don't want to see. At the moment I don't know how to work with the SFC files. I'm planning to learn how to do that, and maybe I can implement that in my next My Team mod. So now we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to find the visor attachment. So texture, import. Basically this is the visor of the helmet, like it says in the name. So visor attachments, save, yes. And there is, you have the Patronus and the monster, beautiful as always, as you can see, you love to see it. And then for the SFC files, visor attachments, save and replace, and that is the helmet and the gloves installed. So now you have to do for the remaining 2 files. This is what happens when you don't install in the old folder. Your gloves are going to look in the game like this, which you don't want. So done and dusted, save, replace, you know the stuff. And now let's skip to our mechanic suits. It's not going to be the pit crew suits, it's going to be just the mechanic ones. So you're still inside of the asset groups. You're going to click on animation package, scenes, Garage Crew 2020 and Garage Crew ERP, and you're going to see you have all the file of all the textures of the normal teams. You know, the teams are already in the 2020 grid, and you can see the Mercedes, Racing Point, the Ferrari. So you're going to put the search tab and you're going to write My Team. You're going to see that we have some files here, and there is we have the My Team Crew D and the Race Crew D, I should say, and the Race Crew M. We're going to use these ones. We're not going to use the S because you don't need to. The M is going to be really important to the colors of the suits to be as they should be. So we're going to click on clothes. On the My Team Race Crew, we're going to click first on the textures, import, you know, and we're going to click on Race Crew, replace, and there he is. And then we're going to click on the My Team Race Crew underscore M, clothes, Race Crew M, and replace, you know, that is the same thing. And now we're going to the screen. Are you seeing when you're in the garage and you see that that F1 logo? We're going to change that as well. You're going now to write screen in your search tab, and you're going to click on the first one. You can see this is what appears in the right screen if I'm not wrong. So textures, import, and now we're going to the manual installation folder and click on Garage Monitor, and there is a file called screen. We're going to open it and replace the mip maps, and there is Monster Power by AMG, as beautiful as always. You're going to click save, and now the remaining thing, it is the team badge, which is pretty easy, which is going to be 2020 asset groups, UI package, texture arrays, customization, badge large, emblem and emblem underscore anniversary. You're going to see, now we're going to delete the search tab, emblem anniversary, and this is the FOM 73 anniversary DLC. You're going to click on textures, we're going to the mod folder, which is here, and you're going to see that we have the team badge. Here you don't need to replace anything, it is going to automatically do for you. So you're going to click on file, save, and the mod is completely installed on your F1 2020 game. But before jumping into the game, we're going to close this, and now we're going to teach you how to create your custom number. First things first, you need to have Photoshop. If it is legal or illegal is not of my responsibility, but you have to have Photoshop, and I highly recommend to be, if you're doing in the illegal way, I highly recommend to be the most recent one, which is the Adobe Photoshop CC 2020. So once you have Photoshop installed in your PC, you're going to open the Monster-AMG Motorsport folder once again, and you're going to extract this folder, which it calls the custom number.psp. The PSP files are the files for the Photoshop, so you're going to open that, and while it's opening, you're going once again to the Google Chrome, and now you're going to need two important files. This first one is really important if you want to do two other mods. You have to search on Google for Intel Texture Works and click on the first link, and you're going to see that is going to a site of the software.intel.com. What you're going to do is click on download plugin, and you're going to another site, and you're going to click on zip. You have to install this on your Photoshop folder. It says everything here, very well explanatory, so I think you're not going to have any issues with that. And you're going to open that folder, it's going to look like this, and you have to install everything and follow the rules that say on the website. The next thing, you have to have the font of the Monster Energy. So guys, I just noticed that unfortunately I made a mistake when it comes to the font. What happened is that this is the wrong website that you should download, so don't go to this website. The link that is correct is going to be in the description, but from now that I'm talking about onwards, you have to do everything as I say. It was just a little mistake, it was a website that was wrong, so just click in the link in the description, download it, and now I'm going to teach you how to install the font. You're going to open the folder, extract, you don't even need to extract, just do double click, and you're going to see that you're going to have all the letters, all the letters of the font. You're going to click on install it, and it says if you want to replace, because I already have installed in my PC, everything done and dusted. So now let's click on Photoshop. So here we are, you have the number 13, so you're going to click on text, and you're going to select the number 13, and let's suppose that I want the number 89, so we're going to delete this and write 89, and there he is, done and dusted. Now this is really important, because now you're going to click on save as, and you're going to put on your desktop wherever you want the file, and this is really important in order to work. You need to put this as a DDS file, and you need to already have the Intel Texture Work plugins installed. So we're going to click on the Intel Texture Works, I can see, and it says .tds. Let's write let's be the name custom number. We're going to click on save, and these are the settings, not these ones, and these are the settings that you need to export your file. So it needs to be color plus alpha, the compression needs to look like this, and the maps are auto generated. So we're going to click on OK. It should take a little bit of time. No, it's done and dusted. So we're going to close Photoshop, and you're going to see that you have the custom number.tds here. So now what you're going to do if you want to install it is just to open the Ego ERP archiver. It should take a little bit of time. No, it's not. We're going to open, and let's go to the FOM folder that we already know, and we're going to click, there he is, open the ERP. We're going to write on the search tab 89, and there is the number 89, textures, imports, and we're going to click on desktop, yes, and custom number, replace, and yes, and there is the number installed. You're going to do the same for the Mercedes, just follow my leads. I want this be very explanatory. Being fast because I know this video is going to be long, so I don't want to make them to make it much longer and being even more boring. So we're going to do the same for the My Team Mercedes, yes, and the file and save, and that is the number 89 installed on your car, and now it's just to choose on your game. So now we're going to turn on your game, and I'm going to teach you how to set up your My Team, the Monster-AMG Motorsport. So once you're in the game, you're going to click on solo, and you're going to see the My Team. I think everyone knows that. You're going to start a new career, and you're going to pick your new characters. So basically your personal information, that's nothing new to you, and then you're going to choose your helmet. You're going to choose the one that you see, that's the install with the Patronus, and you're going to do the same for the race suits, the gloves, etc, etc. Now we're going to choose your name. We're going to write Monster-AMG Motorsport, which is the name of my mod, and you're going to pick your sponsor. Don't worry, because if you're going to choose the RaceNet livery, so that the sponsor that you choose, the fictional ones, are not going to appear. It's just going to appear the livery that you install, so don't worry about that. And now you have to choose the Mercedes. If you install the My Team Mercedes one, you have to choose the Mercedes. If you choose the Ferrari engine, which doesn't make any sense, you're going to choose the Ferrari. It's really important in order to make the mod work. And then choose your teammate. You choose whatever you want. And now you're going to pick your livery. You choose the RaceNet one, and you're going to choose your emblem. You're going to choose the 70 edition one to appear your team logo, the Monster powered by AMG. You're going to choose the colors. Personally, I chose the green, black, and white combination, which I think is the best one. Then you're going to choose your preferences, your difficulty, the calendar. Basically, is not of my business. It doesn't have nothing to do with the mod. You're going to have the interview, and then you're already in your team headquarters. You're going to see that the mod is perfectly working, and now you're ready to start your journey as the Monster-AMG Motorsport. So now I'm going to talk briefly about this idea. Basically, I had an inspiration for my team's Arava series, where I had a team called Monster Mercedes, but I decided to do something a little bit different. Let's suppose that Monster decided to enter in the sport in order to make competition to Red Bull, and they're going to have a huge support for Mercedes. It's going to be kind of a B team, of a junior team, where they're going to put, their young drivers. So in order not to have just the Mercedes, I decided to put something a little bit different, and I decided to put the AMG. And then I decided to add some sponsors from Mercedes, such as the Petronas, the Epson, and Ineos, which is the new one that we have from this season. And then I decided to add some new sponsors that are American ones, because Monster is American brand. So I decided to add some of those, like Motorsport, which I think it appears in the American broadcast of Formula 1, and the TC, obviously. And I'm really happy with the final result. I'm not really good with designs, but I think I'm quite happy with what I've achieved with this one, and this gives me some confidence in what I'm going to design. I have already a little idea of the next skin that I'm going to do, but let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think of this mod, if you're going to play with it. It took me a lot of work, so if you could smash the like and scratch if new to see more of these mods and more career mode, all that stuff that you already used to see on the channel, or if you want to see on the channel, it really motivates me. The views are not being that good. I don't know what is happening, but maybe I think it's the lack of consistency that is killing my channel at the moment. So if you could share this video to channel to someone that you know, it will be one more one more person that it was watching, and that would mean a lot to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time. But for now, it's goodbye.